Today we're going to be scalping the ABC pattern on the 5-minute time frame, so let's get straight to it. Hi trader devs, I hope you're all going extremely well. My name's David and welcome back to the channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on the YouTube and the web, and then I code them to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today I thought we'd discuss again the ABC pattern that I'm currently working on by Kite Crypto. It's one of my favourite personal strategies because of the risk to reward is much better, but I've had a lot of questions about using it on much lower time frames. Today I thought what we'll do is we'll go through the lower time frames like the 5-minute to see if we can scalp it and see if it was possible. I totally understand that most people prefer to take profit on a percentage and have a stop loss of a percentage, as the risk it feels a lot less of a risk than having to use Fibonacci levels that change, and also being on lower time frames because you're in and out pretty quickly into the market. So is the ABC pattern a pattern that we can scalp? I've been using my optimizing tool to optimize the strategy to see if we could actually optimize it. So let's have a look at the ABC pattern very quickly. I'll go through it all very quickly today because we've been through it several times. Yeah, so let's get straight over to my computer and let's have a look at that pattern. If I could just ask for a couple of seconds of your time before we go to my computer. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future videos. I do a video every Monday and Friday and sometimes on Wednesday. You can also join us on the Patreon in the Discord down below in the description. Where I do live streams twice a week and we sit talking about things like trading strategies and things like that most of the week. So yeah, you can do all of that on the Patreon page down below. Right, let's get over to that computer and have a look at the ABC pattern. Okay, here we are on my computer. As always, I always give credit where credit is due. The ABC pattern was actually introduced to me by this guy called Kite Crypto. Great channel where you get lots of information about crypto and also his main strategy, which works on the ABC pattern. Right, if we go over to the chart today, let's have a look at how an ABC pattern is created and how we get an entry. Many people have already seen this, so you can skip forward to see the results, or the time stamps are down in the description as well. So to create an ABC pattern, what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our charts. We actually don't have any indicators at all, although I have built one which I'm going to show you at the end, which actually detects the ABC patterns for you. But we go onto this one, which is the butterfly on trading view, and then we go down and we click this ABC correction wave by Elliott correction wave here. So an ABC pattern is actually created here, and we're looking for a low to start our pattern, and we go up to the highest high where it starts to change direction, and the direction is actually broken, the pattern is actually broken, and we click on the highest high there to create our A. And then when the trend is broken to the downside, we're looking for our lowest low, which will actually create a new higher high up here. Now if that higher high actually goes above the A, we get an entry. As I said, that entry would have been a pretty hard entry to get hold of. There is other entries that, for instance, your A patterns could have been. Let's have a look through some more here. Okay, here is another pattern. Finding ABCs manually on the 5-minute is actually quite hard. I didn't realise how hard it actually is. Even for myself, who have been finding these patterns for quite a while, I find it hard to actually spot them on this pattern. Now you can find absolutely tiny ABCs like this one here that comes down and works here, and then that one breaks down. Because the A is above the C, and then it breaks down below the A. So that is a good valid entry. Now we have another one in the other direction just here. We come down all the way down here. But the problem with this one is that it wouldn't have wicked enough down to actually give us a long position. So that one would have been invalid. So if we go over here, we have also a entry around here that breaks into a higher high, and then it breaks into a low. Now that would have actually, the entry would have actually started all the way back here, but our indicator would have detected this bigger move down here like that. So you would have actually been able to get this move with our indicator here. So the ABC pattern manually is quite hard to trade on the 5-minute time frame. I know that adding complication by adding things like the Fibonacci on the 5-minute time frame is going to be pretty hard, because time is of the essence. So what I was thinking was trying to run my Chrome extension on which is kind of like a machine learning tool, which goes through all of the values and changes them automatically and to optimize our trading strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that, and I'm going to find a percentage so that it's easier for us to set those percentages using bots, and run this whole strategy automatically using something like Wonderbit or 3 commas. So let's get over to doing that. That's why I've been developing indicators to make this all that much easier. Right, so if I display the indicator on our page here, okay, this is the indicator that I've been working on with the Discord group. So it actually gives you all of the higher highs, and then as soon as you break it down from that higher high, you actually get your entry. So as you can see, there is a lot of higher highs and a lot of lower lows in the actual pattern, but you don't actually have to worry about that too much, because you can connect all of this to bots. So what I've got is a lot of entries, as I said. So you can see there's a lot of entries there. The most important thing is that we're making more money than the hold return value. So if you're buying Bitcoin today and you were holding it for X number of days, would you earn more money as a trader, or would you earn more money as a holder of that coin? Currently, the value of Bitcoin at the moment is we're breaking right down at the moment today. So I've got a position in which I really should be managing, but I'm going to finish this video. Yeah, so it's 55,900. So let's have a look at some of these patterns so that we can see how it actually works. Now, as the market is moving up, we create higher highs here, and for every time that we break below that higher high, we actually take a position. For instance, here we would have been just creating higher highs, and then eventually here we've created a lower low, which has broken our higher highs, which has made a tiny, absolutely tiny ABC pattern. So we've, if I go in here and we go like this, we have our A, there's our B, and there's our C, which would have been just there. So as you can see on this green line here, our bot has actually worked out that we've broken the pattern, and we've got into a short, which was actually a profit. So what I've got to do is I've got to run this through our free Chrome extension, which you can download from Chrome. The idea of this is that what it does, goes through all the settings of this ABC pattern, and it actually changes the values and optimizes it until it finds the absolute perfect entries. So I'm going to run that, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes.
At first I said that I love you and you ain't say that shit back. It's kind of hard to just trust you when both your feelings don't match. Got me showing less emotions I don't want to get.
Okay, after the bot has been running for a little bit now, I've actually got some half decent results. Not the best in the world yet, but I'm going to present these results now, and then you can download the full spreadsheet from my Discord, which I'll leave running the bot for a couple of extra hours, probably overnight, so that we get even better results. But these are the first ones that we've got. Just so what I'm going to do is open up the basic back testing. You actually get a full spreadsheet that we'll have a look at in a second, but here's the back testing results here. Okay, so I have a 62% profitable per trade, which is great. We have 11% max drawdown, which isn't fantastic for a scalping strategy, so we actually need to have a look at that. The curve actually looks quite good until we get up here, so I think this is where my problem is, so I need to work on this area here and find more confidence. We have 61% net profit. Now, if you compare that to our hold rate, I think that's almost triple the hold rate. Just bear me a couple of seconds, let me find it. Where is it? Okay, buy and hold return is 23.9%. Yeah, so it's pretty close to triple that amount. So that's great. So it's worth having a look at this strategy. I managed to back test it on 137 trades, which is okay. So we need to actually go further back in dates to continue testing it to make sure it works on small date areas, so that we can make sure that this actually works throughout time. Let's have a look at the times. Here we actually started this trading in September the 13th. September the 13th. We're now the 26th of November. So, yeah, about 2 months of trading. So if we put this on leverage, let's have a look what we could have potentially made. First of all, what I will do is go over to Kite Crypto's calculator, risk to reward calculator, so we can work out exactly what our absolute maximum leverage would be. Not that I suggest that you use it, but this would be it. So we have a 1.5 stop loss here. If I go into the stop loss, I believe that was what it was. 1.5 would have been, 1.5 take profits, 1.5 stop loss. That's in percentage, obviously. So now if we go over to here and we say our stop loss is at 1.5, we have a portfolio of $100, where our major margin that we're going to put in for our first trades will be 50% of that. And we want to put a stop loss at 1.5, so we're not risking any more than 1.5 of that amount. So that if we wanted to risk the full amount of the $50 and we're happy to lose the $50, we could use up to 67% leverage. Now, if you actually want to take that down to 50% of that, so you're actually only risking $25, you can take your leverage down to 33. Now, that's still high leverage, so I suggest that we go over to the winrate.io and see what would be the perfect leverage for us to continually make money with this strategy. Okay, let me refresh this page here. Okay, so we have a account balance of $100. Our win rate was 62.4, so we're going to write 62. Take profit was 1.5. Stop loss 1.5. We've managed to get 134 trades. Leverage we're going to put at what was Kite's? Kite was 33. Now I think that's too high. We're going to just give it a go anyway. Bybit. Because I use Bybit, as we are limit ordering, you can work that out in the actual settings of the indicator. You can work out whether you want to use limit orders or market orders. Now, if you scroll all the way to the bottom here, you can see we're currently on limit orders. Right, let's go. We're going to click run the strategy. And even on 33 leverage, we managed to make $20,000. But I think the problem is if we click it several times, you'll find that most of the time you are actually losing the $100. So if you are lucky to get started well, and you, I should imagine the problem here is you actually do quite well at the beginning. You do 3 good trades, and then you start to lose your balance and all the way down to I believe your new balance is $15 here, so that's where it's all gone wrong for you. As you can see, the curve absolutely looks terrible at 33x leverage. Now if I take that right the way down to, take it down to 20x leverage and see whether that runs better. So we got 8,000, 3,000, 16,000, 24,000, 3,000. So it's pretty, it's better, but the curve still needs to be made more stable. So we're looking more here. We still have quite a big dip here at 15,000. We've got $8,400, $8,700, $11,000, $13,000. So as you can see, it's much better without a doubt. 10x, $2,000, $2,800. Now that's very stable. You can look at each and every one of the trades that it would have made to work out why, at what point you're losing money in a row. And as you can see, there's lots of green, there's reds, there's lots of green. It's quite good at working out a random trades just to give you an idea of how much you would have made. So on taking 10x leverage, you would have made $2,811. Now, I'm not saying that is obviously, it's completely fake, random trades that the bot is actually making to, random working on the ABC patterns. But this is just a simulator. It's not a guaranteed profit, obviously. When using leverage, you always have to be very careful, as I always say. So that's $2,800. So what you have to do is try and find a perfect balance between the win rate. If you manage to get your win rate up to 63 and then take your leverage up to 15, I'm sure that the curve would look much better, as you can see. Okay, the last thing before I go is going to be this Excel spreadsheet that you get with the Optimiser plugin, which is free to download on Chrome. One that we made together with a guy called Andre. His link for his information, if you ever want to talk to him, is also in my Discord. It gives you absolutely every piece of information from the back tester that is possible. So you've got all your net profits for each and every setup that was made by the Optimiser to give the results that it has. You can obviously use the Excel data filtering to filter out the ones that are no good. And if you go along all the way over to the right hand side here, you actually have every single setting that you'd need to set up the bot exactly the same as the Optimiser to get the same results as it. Okay, in conclusion to this video, I guess the question was, is it possible to scalp the ABC pattern on a 5-minute time frame? And my answer is yes, it's possible. It could be quite a good strategy. I think that on a 5-minute time frame, using Fibonacci and things like that would make it quite hard. But with an indicator, it makes things so much easier, especially when you're on a fixed percentage. You just have to connect those to bots, and it would do your entries and their exit signals by itself. So that will be something that I will be looking into on my Discord daily. I'm going to also connect it myself to bots to test and forward test to make sure it works perfectly. I will also do a lot more back testing to make sure it works before setting up my forward testing. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You can find the Patreon links and the Discord links and my indicated links and things like that all down in the description below. I'm going to wish you a happy weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Have a good one. Keep safe and keep coding, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.